5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So Murphy says, Buck, I don't know exactly what is going on, but we're getting in that house one way or another. Buck says, maybe we can just kick the door. You know, when I got kicked out of West Virginia, the sheriff kicked the door. Scared the shit out of me and his wife, and she nearly bit little Buck off. Still got the scar. Murphy says, the sheriff's wife was giving you the Glug Glug 3000? I mean, technically, it was a Blumpkin. He damn near knocked the porta shitter over, too. Man, was he pissed. But hey, if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Welcome to the Scafaci-verse.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Scafaci-verse. I am Anthony Scafaci.
And I'm Alan Gigax.
We are your hosts, and we want to thank you guys, as always, for coming back every single week. Please subscribe. Remember, we are on all major podcast carriers. We are on
and
YouTube.
minor ones.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. We're coming to TikTok. Dude, we're blowing up, man. I mean, things are happening.
Yeah.
Very, very slow, but they are things.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are happening.
And they are happening.
Yeah. The blowing up, you know, they're squeezing out, gently squeezing out maybe.
Yeah.
Rather than blowing up. But still, dude, we're producing.
Yeah. So, hey,
Yep.
I know we got to hit our very first segment.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a Stadium Pulse.
Stadium Pulse. There we
Yeah,
go.
because we don't have a tip. When we have a good tip, we're gonna do tips still. But
Yeah.
for now, a little bit of Stadium Pulse action.
I like it.
Yeah,
Get you fired up.
Dude, yeah,
Get
dude.
people feel that controller
Dude,
shaking.
This one's a good one. This shit just happened like yesterday.
Nice. Ripped from the headline.
Jesus.
Dude, I know what it is. It happens every day. It didn't just
Dude,
happen
yeah.
today.
Well,
and that's part of the problem.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
Dude. All right. So the sponsor today is for the Stadium Pulse is Beef Curtains Deli, the juiciest and tangiest roast beef in Revere. All right. Are you ready
Dude,
to tell us about it?
I am fucking ready, man.
All right. Give
All
him
right.
hell, motherfucker.
All right. So the other day I'm in the shower, right? And my phone goes off and I was expecting a phone call. And so I'm like, God damn it. So I turn off the shower and I go and I don't really even look who it is. And I just use my finger and I hit it and I throw it on speaker. And it's this voice and I don't know who it is. And it's this guy and he's from like, I don't know, like Opportunity Knocks or some shit, right? And he starts asking, oh, you know, is Anthony Scafaci there? You know, I'm looking for the owner of my address. And I'm like, yeah, man, what do you want? And he's like, oh, I just got this opportunity. And I know right fucking there, dude, this is a goddamned telemarketer. And so I just get to the point, man. So I'm like, okay, what are you trying to sell? And he doesn't say. And he's like, well, I'm just trying to give you this information about resources. And I'm like, okay, man, what are you trying to sell me? Because I know you're trying to sell me. But he won't do it. And that's the trigger effect on me because you're insulting my intelligence. You're lying to me. I know you're trying to sell me something, but you don't want to say it, whatever the fuck it is. So I don't even have the phone. I just yell, and there's nobody else home, or maybe there is, but I'm like, don't waste my motherfucking time. And then he's like, well, I'm just gonna give allocate these funds to someone else. And I'm like, yeah, you could fucking allocate them to these nuts. And that's it, dude. I was fucking so mad.
So fuck telemarketers?
Dude, fuck them, dude. Fuck them in the ass with a hot ant-covered fucking stick, okay?
Yeah, I cannot argue with any part of that because telemarketers can go fuck themselves.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it is the worst. But I'm here to tell you that as we get as seamlessly segue into today's topic.
Look, I don't know how
Yeah.
to deal with these people
Right.
in a way that is constructive. You know?
Well, I mean, constructive, what, like help them to make their living?
No.
No, fuck that.
Constructive to make them stop.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I do. I deal with this all the time. So I'm lucky enough as a mailman, I'm walking around all day and I'm just using my hands, so my ears are available.
Okay.
And most of the time I'm listening to podcasts like the Scafaci-verse.
Dude, it's a good one
Yeah,
to
make
listen
sure
to.
you subscribe and tell a friend and whatever. But when the telemarketers call, I can be the hero that the world needs.
Not
And
all heroes wear capes.
That's
either.
right. Some of them wear mailman costumes. Yeah.
costume.
Yeah. And so I can take up their time. You know, these motherfuckers, it's not just telemarketers. There's also like the email scammers and the motherfuckers who come and knock on your door. They're the worst. Like it's the problem with telemarketing is it's so intrusive.
Absolutely.
You know,
I was in the shower.
Yeah, exactly. And like
trying to wash D's nuts.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, and they're the fucking reason that people won't answer the phone.
No.
You know, younger people today, they only text, they don't answer phone calls because most of the time it's going to be a goddamn telemarketer.
Well, and on top of that, our phones now have gotten so smart that when somebody calls, it says scam likely on your goddamn phone. It's not like you program that in. Even your phone knows what's coming.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
bullshit.
dude. So that's the nice thing. I got a new Pixel phone.
Yeah.
And it's the latest like Pixel 9 or whatever they're up to. And now with the Google Assistant, it will automatically screen those calls.
Sure.
And so the phone doesn't even ring.
Which
nice. Is glorious.
It's too bad you can't program it to where it like tells them to go eat a dick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It should. But so like just today, it's 10:30 a.m. as we're recording this. And so far I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spam calls.
Jesus Christ.
So far today. Yeah, and by the way, this strategy that I'm about to tell you guys about for how to fuck with them, this is how it kind of backfired because I'm a live phone number, and
God.
I'm on the list of people who will answer the phone.
Oh, dude.
So
you're like
the
Pied Piper.
Yeah, I've kind of invited this. And the idea was like, good, fuck it. Let them call me better than calling
that shit to me.
That's right. Better than calling like some grandma, you know, that they're going to take advantage
Alan
of.
wants the smoke.
I want that smoke. That's exactly right. And dude, they'll call as early as 6 a.m., those motherfuckers. So thank God with the new Pixel phone, it doesn't even ring.
Okay.
The robot answers it and tells them to go fuck themselves,
Yeah.
which is awesome. But when I do get a human on the phone, dude, that's where the magic happens. Because not only can I waste their time, but I can have fun doing it.
Okay, so how do you go about this?
Okay, so the first thing is when you get that human, the key is to keep them on the phone. And so if you just tell them, oh, fuck off, I'm not interested.
Yeah, that's my style.
Yeah, that's no fun, right? They'll hang up, but that's not what I'm trying to accomplish here. I don't want them to hang up because then they'll just go on to the next person.
Yeah, you're trying to save humanity.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one scammer at a time.
Sure.
Anybody who calls you, they're a scammer. You know, and so I don't have any guilty
I'm gonna
conscience
tell my mom
about.
that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Any telemarketer who calls you, they're a scammer. And even if they are selling like a real product, fuck them. It's not worth it. So I don't have any qualms about lying to them.
Okay.
Because fuck that. The whole thing is built on a lie
Yeah,
anyway.
dude,
I don't
they
owe
started
them
it.
anything. Yeah, they called me. I didn't call
Yeah.
them. I don't owe them anything. And so yeah, they want to get off the phone as fast as possible, and they want to just keep rolling
Yeah,
calls.
because for them, it's like turn and burn.
Yeah.
If you're not going to buy, they need to know at the soonest possible minute or second so that they can turn around and start fucking someone else.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Right.
So you got to start out giving them the buy signs.
Okay, so what's a good example of a
Okay,
buy sign
so-
to get them hooked in?
Yeah, so like one of the people who calls is the timeshare people.
Yeah.
Who they're going to give you a free vacation.
Yeah.
And
that sounds good.
dude, free vacation, man, that sounds awesome. I'd love to take a free vacation.
Yeah.
And boom, now you're hooked, right? Now they start getting into their pitch.
Especially if you don't go on vacation.
Yeah.
Like if you're not somebody who can normally afford one, this is a pretty good
This
start.
deal sounds pretty good.
This deal sounds
yeah,
pretty good.
exactly. Or like the IRS, like tax resolution people.
But those are more like scammers, right?
Well, some of the IRS
Because they're
people
just trying to get
may
your
be-
information, right?
Maybe it's hard to say what the scam is.
Yeah.
So for those people who say like, "Hey, we'll help you resolve your tax debt. Do you have any tax debt?" Yes, I do. The IRS is taking money out of every paycheck, and then they go on from there. So you got to give them that early buy sign, and then very important caveat here: do not buy.
Yeah.
Right? You can give them buy signs
Without actually saying
without
yes.
actually. Well, you can even say yes. Fuck them.
Oh, yeah, you know
say
what?
yes because
Yeah.
it's a lie. Who cares? And in fact, as we go into this a little bit, I get all the way to the point where I'm giving them my credit card
Okay,
number.
so you got to walk us through something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
So these people, they're calling, they're going to lie to you. You listen to their pitch, and you're saying yes along the way, but you have to be ready because they know that there's people like me out there.
Yeah.
People who are doing this just to fuck with them. And so they have little tests that they'll do. They'll ask for pieces of information because if you're just fucking with them, like, I don't want to give them my real birthday.
So you give them a fake
So
birthday.
I give them a fake birthday.
Okay.
But if they say, like, I'll try it on you right now. Hey, Anthony, when's your birthday?
February 3rd,
Uh-huh.
1975.
Okay, how old are you?
I am 50.
Okay, well, you got that right because you used your actual birth year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you say your birthday was?
February 3rd, 1975.
Okay, there you go. So if I ask you 5 minutes from now, will you still remember that?
Well,
it's
now
February
I will because
3rd?
you've asked me twice.
Yeah,
but
right.
normally I might not.
Right,
you
and
know.
so that's one of the ways they get you is they'll ask you something, you make up a fake answer, and then a
they're
little
like,
while later they ask
circle
again.
back to it.
Yeah, and if you give a different birthday, then they know you're lying.
Yeah.
Right, so I use the same birthday every time.
Okay.
October 31st, 1969.
Okay.
It's easy to remember because October 31st is Halloween,
Yeah.
and 69 is a sexual position.
Yes, it
Yeah,
makes it
so
easy to remember.
10/31/69.
Even though you probably can't remember the last time you got to experience 69. Dude,
You are correct.
He's thinking
Yeah,
real
I'm
hard.
I'm thinking.
Dude,
No, I cannot think of it. It might have been before I got married.
good Lord.
Yeah.
You've been married for 41 years, too.
Yeah, so that was a long. That's
Yeah.
why I had to think way
Yeah.
back. I think it was back with the Mormon chick.
The Mormon chick.
Yeah,
Dude, that was
when I was a Little Caesars.
Oh, my God. You worked
Pizza.
at Little Caesar.
Yeah,
Jeez,
that was
you
a long time
dude,
ago.
you need a hooker.
Good times,
Yeah.
good times.
He's,
Yeah, those
he's,
were the days.
he's reliving. He's getting to wood right now.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like-
right. Let me
yeah.
push that down so we can
Yeah,
get on
He's
with.
going to pause,
All right.
go beat off, and then come back and finish this episode.
Right. So they're going to ask you for, for that kind of stuff. They're going to ask you for other information, like especially with the tax people, like they want your social security number.
Okay.
And obviously you don't want to give them your social security number,
Yeah.
so you got to make one up.
So you give them
go
like
ahead.
a senator's, for example.
Yeah, exactly. So ask me. Go ahead.
What's your social security number?
It's 891-21-2150.
Okay. And so dude, that rolled off pretty fast.
Yeah,
It sounds
I've been saying it my whole
very
life. It is my
legitimate.
that's exactly
Yeah.
right. And so what that number actually is for me is my route number at the post office.
Oh, my
89121, that's the zip code.
Yeah.
And then my route is 2150.
Yeah.
So that's it. And
know-
I remember it every time.
So I don't
Yep.
want to bring up a sore topic,
Okay.
but a family member of yours
Yep.
that shared a name with you
Yep.
had passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know his social?
No, but that's a good idea
Dude.
because then it checks out.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
really check out.
Yeah.
You could add that to your fucking repertoire.
Right. On that note, so I am a second Alan Gigax
Yeah.
the second. My dad was named Alan Gigax, and it caused problems.
Yeah, I remember you got arrested once, didn't you? Or pulled over? and
Yeah, I
something
did.
like
I
that?
got a hard time from the police because
Yeah.
my father had gotten in trouble with the law at one point, and then the cop is talking to me, and he's like, "So, have you ever been to jail before?"
No.
Nope. And then he thinks I'm lying.
Yeah.
And like, okay, this guy's lying to me about going to jail. And no, it was my dad who had gone to jail with the same name, and that's
Yeah.
the problem. But also, like on your credit report, like we'd never get credit for each other's like paid off loans.
No,
But
not
if
a-
anybody was late on a
Oh.
payment at one point, it's on
That shit
both
was
credit
coming,
reports. Yeah. And so don't name your kid after you. It's just
Yeah.
pure vanity anyway.
Yeah, I never
like
did
don't
that.
do that. Yeah. Name your kid after me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alan's not a bad name. We were close, man.
Yeah,
I picked
I like
Alex.
to think that the people who name their kid Alex, it's
Yeah.
because Alan Gigax. I get called Alex a lot,
Yeah.
and so really those kids are named after me. Your kid, my brother's kid,
Yeah.
probably some other kids.
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
other kids
like
with that
Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good-
pretty
yeah,
sure he's
good-
named
good
after
hockey
me too.
player.
Yeah. So anyway, so you got to be ready with that social security number, and again, it has to come out natural. So that-
Sure.
because if they ask you again a couple minutes later, you got to repeat
So
it.
practice your bullshit, everybody.
Right, practice your bullshit, or have it written down. Like maybe you have a little document on
Yeah,
your phone where
and
the
just
stuff
pull
is
that
written
shit
down.
right
Yeah,
up.
you can refer to it. They'll also ask you,
Okay,
when you say
McLovin.
your birthday, they'll say just like I did with you. Exactly. My name is McLovin. Oh, dude, I have a fake name too,
Yeah.
which I use. When they say the name, I know automatically they're a telemarketer because, like, in the mall when they're giving away like a promotion that you can fill out this
Yeah,
form
and win a car.
and you win a car or whatever, that form just goes directly to telemarketers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this person's gullible. They'll give out their information, so telemarketers want it. So I use a fake name, which is Tex Belmont.
Yes. This name-
Texarkana
Yeah,
Belmont.
you've used this fake name
Forever.
God, forever.
Yeah,
I don't even know where it
forever.
came from.
It
But
came from back when our family first came to Vegas and we lived on Belmont
Ah.
Road. And so Gigax is hard to pronounce.
Sure.
And when like my dad was in business, trying to get like sales, he didn't want to give somebody a name that was hard to pronounce because it makes him just
So
a
he
little bit.
used Belmont?
Yeah, he used Belmont because
That's
it
funny.
made people using a name that's hard to pronounce makes people just a little bit less inclined to
Yeah,
call because they
absolutely.
don't want to fuck up the name.
Well, also, like, Gigax sounds very foreign. Belmont.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, Tex Belmont. I
it's
mean, come
super
on, dude.
easy.
That guy is from Dallas.
You're right, exactly. Yeah, well, technically,
San Antonio or
right,
yeah, somewhere
And,
around
dude.
there.
Just like with the team builder and stuff,
Yeah.
I've got a backstory around Texarkana
Oh, yeah.
Belmont that like. You call me Tex, but technically my name is Texarkana, and I'm named after the town Texarkana, which is where I was conceived.
Yeah.
I didn't ever live in Texarkana, but yeah, my name is Texarkana, Tex Belmont.
Back seat
Yeah.
of a Chevy.
You're right, exactly. And so that's that, right? And then you get them going, right? They keep going. You keep giving them the buy signs.
And now,
then,
how much time do you think this takes to from start till you get to?
Dude.
Like, how much can you typically
Oh.
kind of run that clock?
So the sad truth is that now almost all telemarketer calls are from robots. And it's hard to even get to a human, which made it a lot more frustrating because
Yeah.
I keep answering the phone and then
Sell
there's
me
just,
your shit. Take my money.
Right. And then there's just silence.
Yeah.
And then it hangs up.
Uh-huh.
And that's so fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
Because what happens is the reason you get calls like that,
Are we going for a second stadium pulse here?
dude, we might. Because there's a fucking robot on the other
I'll
end
film that
that's
shit.
just an auto dialer that just dials hundreds of phone numbers. And then when they get a live person on the other end, a dipshit on the other end,
Yeah.
then it'll ring through to the next available telemarketer. Well, if a telemarketer doesn't pick up that ring through,
Then it just
then it
ends.
just sits. Yeah, and then it eventually hangs up. It'll just say goodbye. And those motherfuckers, dude, I want to.
Hold on, let me get.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, get ready for the stadium pulse. So that's where a lot of frustration will come in. But with timeshare, those are very labor intensive, and you always get humans with timeshare. And for me, the timeshares are typically calls from Mexico.
Yeah.
And so it'll say plus 52 on the caller ID. And so I know it's going to be a timeshare person. I can really fuck with this person
Yeah.
because fuck timeshare people.
Sure.
They are scammers, no doubt. So anyway, so
Well, I mean, timeshares are a real thing.
yeah, they are, but
They're just not a good value.
ripoff. Yeah, they're not a good value.
Yeah.
No. And they use super high pressure sales tactics and high commissions, and dude, they're the worst.
Dude, so real quick
Yeah, of course.
side note here, side story. So when me and Trevor went to Cancun,
Yeah.
we had originally gotten like free shuttle service, but one of the conditions was we had to go to a timeshare,
Oh no. Yeah.
presentation,
sure.
right? And I remember them. Oh, this is only going to take an hour or something
Right.
like that. And so Trevor didn't want to go.
Of course.
He was like hungover, and I'm like, well, I want to make sure we have free shuttle back to.
Back to the airport. Yeah, this
So-
is like an $11 value.
Yeah, so I'll go. Well, I think they wanted to charge us like $30 or something like that.
Mm.
So I said, I'll go.
Uh-huh.
So I got up and hung over as fuck. And I went to this goddamn timeshare thing. And I sat there and dude, I felt not good.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to them, and dude, they're trying all these like sales tactics. And you got to remember, at this time, I was pretty young. I had like very little money.
Right.
And I was able to, get there. And then suddenly I've thought about a story or a tactic one of my buddies used to use when he was talking to some girl and he didn't want to talk to her anymore. Right. And he was looking for his escape route. He like would start to look like all sick, and he'd like grab his stomach and I got a shit. And so that's what I did. And I was like, I got a shit. And then where's the bathroom? And then I just kind of took off.
And just don't come back?
And I didn't come back. And I remember thinking to myself how fucking genius I was.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's
I
clever.
was like, dude,
Right.
they really think I got a shit right now.
Yeah.
But no, I was able to fill out the little form because it's the first thing that I asked. I
Right.
want to make sure I get this.
Right.
So let me do it. I filled out that form.
There you go.
And then
Then you're
about
good to go.
15
They'll get you
minutes
on the shuttle.
Yeah,
Yep.
15 minutes later, dude,
I got a
Hershey
shit.
squirts. And then I just get out of
Dude,
there.
if I had a different partner, like my wife is not interested in this at all, but I would love, there's a ton of timeshare stuff here in Vegas, and you get like free show tickets,
Yeah.
flights, hotels, stuff like that. Like the enticements are really good, and you actually do get those if you can sit through the presentation.
How long you think that presentation is? 3-4 hours?
It's about 2 hours.
Okay.
Well, they say it's 2 hours, or they say it's an hour, but they always try to keep you longer.
Yeah.
But at that point, you can tell them to fuck off, give me your prize, and you can like call the police, and it's kidnapping. Yeah. And so anyway. And so I know people who will do these timeshare presentations because as long as you don't let them get to you, then, dude, it's a decent value if you don't have something better to do with your time.
Sure, you
get a few $100 worth
kill
of prizes.
2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, for a couple hours. So it can be all right. But my wife ain't interested in doing that with her time.
I'll wear a wig.
I thought about that. Like, just tell them we're gay married or something.
Yeah.
And So anyway, getting back to
sorry.
the telemarketers. No, that's quite all right. The other thing that you have to have at the ready when it gets to crunch time, and now you've really got them on the hook, you've wasted all their time, and now you're ready to buy, this is where it all falls apart. Because now, okay, you're ready to buy, give me your credit card number.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not giving them my credit card number. They can go fuck themselves. And if you think, oh, I'll just read them my credit card number in reverse or any 16 digits, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's a mathematical formula for how credit card numbers are created.
Yeah.
But even then, if you give them one, even if it checks the math, it's still not going to come back like approved or anything. But listeners, there are test credit card numbers where if you want to test your point of sale, your POS, you want to test this POS as POS.
Yeah.
Then you can use a test credit card number that will give,
like
it'll
a
show
positive
on the screen. It'll give like a positive, or it'll even give a decline. It'll give a fraud alert. It'll give whatever you want. And so usually I just want the one that says approved.
Yeah.
And so like for MasterCard, there's one that you can put in. It's just 5555, 5555. Like you can't use that one because that's obviously
too
fake.
obvious.
Yeah. But here is a MasterCard number. 5425-2334-3010-9903. Sounds like a totally normal MasterCard. Expiration date is 4/26, and for the CCV, you can use any 3-digit number. So I usually use 069 or 469.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
And so that card number will show approved
on
their
it
little
gets like
thing.
a green light.
Yeah, it gets a green light, right? And it's they're testing it and it says approved.
Yeah, so do you think at that point they put you on hold and they beat off?
I know
I'm getting paid.
I don't know for a fact that they beat off, but dude, when I do that with the timeshare people,
dude,
they're fucking stoked. Like I've done that and then I hear like the bell ring in the background.
Oh my
and people
Lord.
applaud like, "Oh, I got a fucking sucker on the line." That is the most satisfying part. And then they'll put me through to like the verification department.
Yeah.
Where now like, okay, this call's being
now
recorded.
You're wasting more than one person's time.
Dude. Oh, when you get to the second level of telemarketer.
This is like Inception.
Yeah, like the supervisor who's the closer and you start wasting their time. Oh, that's the fucking glory hole right there. That is so fucking great. And then I give them that credit card number and dude, that's so fucking satisfying. They're like, this call is being recorded. You have to tell us the truth. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Sure I do.
Yeah, sure I do.
Yeah. And so you tell them whatever you want, and then they get so mad, and it's the fucking great.
So when does the jig finally get up? Do you just, that's it? Like they hang up, they think they made a sale?
Yeah. So I've had that happen, right? Where, dude, I've had times where I've wasted like an hour of these people's time, and it's so fucking great. Sometimes I get bored of it. I'm like, all right, I fucked with you long enough. I'm going to go do, Anthony's calling me, and I'm going to take that call or whatever. But dude, it's so fucking great. So yeah, I wonder
if they ever call back.
I can tell you, they absolutely do. Like with the timeshare people, I went all the way through, did the whole presentation. Give them a fake address.
Yeah,
I'll give them an address that's
you're gonna
like
be
out
living
on my
in
mail
Cabo.
route. Yeah, dude. So on my mail route, there's a vacant house, and so I just give them the address of that vacant house. Yeah, and that's the address. And so then I give them the credit card number, everything, but then like the money doesn't come.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It says approved, but they never actually get any money. And so then they'll call back and be like, hey, this credit card number you gave us, it's no good. And I'm like, okay, well, let's try my Discover card. 6011-0009-9013-9424. And with that one, you can use any CCV and any expiration. And then they try that and it's approved. Dude, it's fucking glorious. But that's not... Some of the fun, though, comes from, like, improving with the people. Like when the timeshare people ask, well, what do you like to do on vacation? Little drinking, little fucking. Sometimes I like to go down to the waterfront, see if there's any girls down there. The age of consent is different when you're in Mexico. And so if you find people, girls or boys, who look like they might be gullible, stuff like that. Like you can tell them. Sometimes they hang up because like in this case,
It's starting to get real dark.
Yeah, or it just goes too far.
You ever fuck a starfish?
Yeah, exactly.
You've
I like
never
to
lived.
go fishing. Yeah, like them whale sharks. They got those real big mouths. And I got this fantasy just going like feet first. Well, not really feet first into that mouth, if you know what I'm saying. And so stuff like that. That's really fun. The other, the IRS. The IRS scammers who want to settle your tax debt, they claim that they're like full-on attorneys, and maybe they are. Who fucking cares?
They aren't.
Yeah. And so they'll ask about like your they'll do a full financial analysis with you. And I've actually done it where I give them mostly legitimate financial numbers.
Sure.
And it's actually worthwhile. Like
Hey,
you get some pretty good financial
Hey, they're
advice.
actually
Like,
going to save me some money.
Yeah, you need to look at
Hey,
this
man, I've
subscription
been
that you
fucking with you for the last 43 minutes, but now I want
this
to tell
has
the
been
truth.
helpful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but again, it's like a fake social security
Yeah.
number, the other stuff that they need. And so, like, when they ask me about any, like, what my bills are, and you just make up crazy bills, like I got a jet ski payment that's $782 a month, but man, this jet ski goes so fucking fast. It is worth every penny.
Yeah, that's the thing is you start going into this
Yeah.
thing that
yeah, this whole other world that you've created for yourself.
Yeah.
I've got an RV, and it's really like I'm paying $250 a month for the RV. It's in really bad shape, but I'm fixing it up, and when everything goes down, I'm going to get in that RV and I'm going to have a bunch of fucking guns and this is going to be my escape. It's going to be escape from LA, but I'm going to be in my RV and don't you fucking dare come after me. So that's fun. When they ask about like your subscriptions, well, I'm paying for Netflix each month and I've got my Brazzers subscription and Pornhub Gold and that's like $70 a month. And that's killing me, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
It's have you ever seen somebody's starfish in 4K?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's like being there. You can almost smell it. So all this stuff with the telemarketing, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Dude, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wish I were wired like you in this way because I'm not. Like, it's really hard for me to like give them that time. Because
Right.
I want to be doing other things because I don't have a lot of time. And I definitely don't have time while I'm at work.
Yeah, that's what
to
makes
do
me a
these
hero.
things, like I can't just be on the phone for an hour. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's what makes me a hero. You guys are all welcome for the hard work that I'm doing.
I want to thank you.
All
and
right.
I'm sure after listening to this episode, other members of the Scafachiverse are sure to be thanking you for giving them the tools they need to not only survive, but to thrive.
Yeah, and to fuck with telemarketing. Oh my God, you're getting a telemarketer call right now. Answer it and put it on speaker.
Hello?
So fucking robot, nobody says anything. That's the frustration. And that's why I'm glad that like with this new Pixel phone that it screens that shit automatically. In fact, right about the same time you got your call, I got another telemarketing call, but the phone never even rang, and that's glorious. So that, in a way, that's better because they get absolutely nothing for the telemarketer, and they can totally. Oh, I almost forgot the best part, dude. When those motherfuckers call. So Anthony and I both briefly had telemarketing jobs when we were like teenagers. It was horrible.
No, we were in our 20s. Dude.
Yeah, we might have been.
Yeah.
But it was awful.
And out of work.
Yeah, right. We were out of work and they paid cash, or they paid quick or whatever.
You got guaranteed 2 weeks training.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well,
so
at NOS we did. Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's the only one I ever had.
Yeah.
And so you were going to get 40 hours and then 40 hours plus any commission.
Right.
And dude, that
you
fucking
need that
job,
money.
man.
It was awful.
I did my
I did my time in the gulag.
I did my training, and then I remember getting out on the floor. I think I worked there about a month or maybe like 6 weeks. And then finally I left there for another job.
Right.
And dude, that going in there and
Soul
sitting
crushing.
in there, dude, it was soul crushing
Yeah.
to a level. I never felt worse leaving every day and knowing I had to go back the next.
Right. And you're just calling and bothering people
Dude,
all day.
And giving them this bullshit spiel.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm a pretty good, bullshitter. And dude, trying to tell them they were going to pay like 2 cents a minute
for long distance.
Long
yeah,
distance.
that's what we were
Like,
selling.
fuck that,
Dude,
dude.
it
Oh
was
my
awful.
God.
And yeah, like when I quit, like there's an exit interview. Well, why did you quit? And I was like, I just didn't like calling and bothering people all
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
and they
definitely
write
not
down on their
you.
form, couldn't handle rejection.
Yeah.
Which is true, but like it's really that I just didn't like fucking with
Well,
people.
I didn't mind the rejection so much.
Uh-huh.
It really wasn't that bad because I was like, well, fuck you. I'll just call another person.
Uh-huh.
Right? But what I didn't like was just calling people and lying to them.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
knew
fair.
I was lying to them.
Right. Yeah, then
And-
it's deceptive. And,
Yeah, I didn't like the lying.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that bothered me most is lying to them, trying to explain to them that they're going to get, 3 cents a minute
Right.
for long distance for their
Yeah.
business, knowing that this guy's business is probably hanging by a thread if he's even listening
Right,
to
and
me.
after a month, it's going to change.
Yeah,
and they're
and
gonna be
then you're just going to
fucked
get
and-
reamed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, so one of the things that the supervisors would always tell us is like, hey, when the customer tells you to fuck off, they're not really talking to you. They're just frustrated at telemarketers in general. And so when I am done with a telemarketer, I make it a point to say, hey, by the way, fuck you personally. You personally can go fuck yourself. And that just kind of drives it
Yeah.
home. That's fun. Put a little button on it.
Yeah, and now they know.
Yeah, then I'm
Yeah.
not just talking about telemarketers.
This
in
poor guy
general.
is just trying to
Yeah,
feed his family.
That's right.
But hey, dude, feed your family some other way.
Yeah,
Don't be a
yeah,
telemarketer.
right. That's exactly right. All right, so let's get to our sponsor and get out of here.
All right.
Yeah, these people would never call you at home.
Nope.
Would never come and knock on your door. Those goddamn cocksuckers. It's Squirter's Juice Bar. This week's episode is sponsored by Squirter's Juice Bar. Stop in for a refreshing and satisfying splash of the finest juices the Boston area has to offer. Unlike other juice bars, Squirter's also offers self-service. When you pick out your produce and press that button, the juice doesn't just drip into your glass, it gushes. Guaranteed to satisfy any thirst. And remember, at Squirter's, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Get your face into place.
Oh, all right. Another excellent sponsor read by
Hell yeah.
Alan. All right. That's going to be it for Anthony Scafacci.
I'm Alan Gigax.
This has been a Balls Deep production of the Scafacciverse podcast. We are out.